I'm back with another hairstyle try. This time I'm trying this one, and I'm going to talk about the sermon that I watched earlier while I do my hair. The sermon I watched was by Pastor Darius Daniels of Change Church, and the sermon was When Stubbornness Has You Stuck. Ultimately, Darius's message was that your stuckness, or you feeling stuck in whatever area in your life, might have more to do with your own personal stubbornness than it has to do with God's movement in your life, or like God's hand in your life, more so like that. When I'm not seeing progress in certain areas, it can upset me, and I get to a place where I feel stuck when I'm not seeing progress in my life. So that's where I kind of have gotten to a point where I'm like, maybe I am stuck. Honestly, this sermon did a really good job of helping me flip my own mindset on its head and really think about ways that I could genuinely be limiting myself in my own stubbornness in ways that I don't even really necessarily think about, and that a minor change, a minor tweak could be the catalyst for this breakthrough that I've ultimately been wanting. He used the example of the two men who were on the cross the same time as Jesus. So Jesus was on the cross. There were two other people who were being crucified as well, and one of them used his time in communication with Christ to become saved and to go to heaven after he passed, while the other used his time in communication with Christ to condemn Christ and have sarcasm. Sometimes when you're in a situation or in a time in life when you're stuck, or you feel embarrassed, or you feel like things are not going well for you, your reaction, your response in that moment, and how you respond to that situation matters a whole lot more than the situation, because they both were in the same situation, but they went to two completely different places. One was in the same predicament with being crucified on the cross and ends up going to heaven. The other one isn't saved, doesn't give his life to Christ. We know how this ends. Personally, I had to pray after that sermon because I really couldn't pinpoint exactly what it is that I might have been doing, or the areas in my life that I was being stubborn in. I knew it wasn't good. It wasn't good for me to just assume that there wasn't any area, because I know that I can be blind to certain things that I do, certain behaviors that I have. But I really couldn't pinpoint, like I genuinely couldn't really pinpoint exactly what I might be doing that was an act of stubbornness. This is the final look, guys. This is it with the braid. I think it turned out very cute. I am very curious as to what it looked like if I kept the braids in the front or I just kept them out. I think sometime during the week I might take them down. Not take it down, but like I might just take the braid and put them in the front. See what that looks like? The buns are a little lopsided. I'm trying to play around with them so that they can get to the same level, but ultimately I'm not that pressed about it. I think it's cute. A win is a win.